Hello everyone, good evening. I hope all you are good and I am also fine. And welcome to DATTA'S Institute. Okay, so this is the first lecture for the session of 2023-24. That is, this lecture will help you for the NEET and JEE NDA preparation along with UPSC. And the subject is physics, class 11, and the first chapter of class 11. Okay, unit and measurement. The topic is dimensions. Now, most of the students, those are in class 11 recently admitted, okay, they face lots of problems to study the physics. So how to study physics? There are 3 steps only. One step, concept, focus on concept, fully focus on concept, okay. Next to application of each concept, okay, or we can say numericals. Do numericals form each chapter. How to do numericals in physics I will explain in another class in details. And third one is revision. Regularly or regular interval. Okay, so these are the 3 steps basically you have to follow. Those are in class 11 first, or those are in class 12 also, facing lots of problem to remember or solve the numericals of physics. First one is basically concept. You have to know the concept, actual concept of the topics is what. After that, you have to apply it. That means you have to do some application or numericals from that topics or concept. Otherwise, you can remember this one. After that, you have to revise it regularly, because if you did a chapter in May, and if your exam in coming October, then you will forget maximum 50% to 60% or 70% content you will forget it. So for that, revision is must. Okay, so revision you can do regularly 1 week or 2 weeks after. Okay, as much as you can. So these are the fundamental how to study physics. First, concept fully clear. After that, after that, application from each concept and another revision. Okay, now we will do the first class, that is from the topics dimensions. Okay, and it will help you for not only in board preparation or school preparation, it will help you for the NEET, JEE, NDA and various state entrance examinations, okay, and other competitive exams. So let's start. So first one is dimensions. So there are 7 fundamental physical quantities. Okay, first you have to know fundamental physical quantities. Fundamental physical quantities are there. 7 fundamental quantities are there. That is, number 1 is mass. It is denoted by m. Then length. It is denoted by capital L. And time. It is denoted by capital T. Okay. Then current, and it is denoted by A, or in some books it is I also. Okay, in state board there are some state boards, and in which then like a TBSE and CBSE, Tripura and West Bengal state board, in some books they are written I also. Okay, and temperature. Next one is temperature, and temperature is what, sir? Denoted by K or theta in some books. Okay, after that, amount of substance. Or number of moles, that is MOL. Okay, MOL. And last one is luminous intensity. Is equal to CD. Okay, so these are the 7 fundamental dimensions or fundamental physical quantity, and by using these 7 fundamental dimensions all the other physical quantity can be derived. Okay, by using these 7 fundamental dimensions, all the other physical quantities derived. For example, I take for example force. So force is what, sir? Mass into acceleration. Okay, mass into acceleration, and mass is also fundamental, and acceleration we can also convert it velocity by time, is not it? Or velocity we can also define displacement by time, displacement by time into 1 by time. Okay, so these are the derived quantities. Derived physical quantities are those one which can be derived by using any one or any two, or by using fundamental physical quantities. Okay, now we'll find some dimensions. For doing dimensions, you don't have to remember all the dimensions. There are so many physical quantities, so you can remember all the dimensions. Okay, you have to just remember only 4 dimensions, that is velocity, acceleration, force and work. If you remember these 4 dimensions, by using these formulas of dimensions, you can find out any one physical quantities. Okay, dimensions. And suppose first dimension is velocity. So velocity dimension is what, sir? It's displacement by time. So displacement is length and time is time. So dimension of velocity is lt minus 1, or we can say m0 lt minus 1 in the standard form. m0 means power is 1. Acceleration, dimension of acceleration is velocity by time, and velocity is lt minus 1, so it will be t, so lt minus 2. Okay, number 3, there is a force. The dimension of force is mass into, sir, acceleration. Mass is m, acceleration is lt minus 2, so ml t minus 2 is the force. Okay, and number 4 is work, energy, heat, torque is same dimensions, there is force into distance. Force is ml t minus 2, distance is l, so it will be ml square t minus 2. Okay, just you have to remember these 4 dimensions only, and if you can remember these 4 dimensions, you can find out every physical quantities dimensions. Just you have to know the formulas. Okay, now we'll do suppose we have to find out the dimensions of gravitational constant. Okay, number 5th, gravitational constant dimension we have to find out. So gravitational constant G is equal to F into R square by M1 into M2. You know that gravitational force formula, if there is 2 mass, M1 M2, distance is R and force is F, so F equal to what, sir? M1 M2 by R square. You have to remember this formula. Okay, so force dimension is ml t minus 2, radius distance is L square, this one is M and this one is also M. MM will be cancelled, so M minus 1 L cube t minus 3, t minus 2 is the dimension of gravitational constant. And another is, suppose angular momentum, it is mvr, it is denoted by mass into velocity into radius. So mass is m, velocity is lt minus 1 and radius is L, so it will be m L square t minus 1. Or power, dimension is power is what, sir? Power is work by time. Work dimension is, we know that m L square t minus 2, time is t, so it will be m L square t minus 3. Okay, and dimension of density is what, sir? Mass by volume. Okay, so mass is m, volume is length into breadth into height, so length into breadth into height, all are in length, so it will be m L cube, that is m L3 minus 1. Okay, now we have to find out the dimension of what? There is now dimension of, suppose surface tension. Dimension of surface tension, is what? Force by length. That is F by L. So F dimension is ml t minus 2. That is L. L will be cancelled, so it will be t minus 2. After that, we may find out the dimensions of surface energy. Surface energy, what's our work by area? Work is ml square t minus 2. Area is length into length. This one will be cancelled, so mt minus 2. So in MCQ or in various competitive exam, they may ask directly what is the dimension of gravitational constant, Planck's constant, etc. You have to find out in this way. Or they may ask which of the following dimensions have the same pair of same dimensions. Okay, look at here. Surface tension is force by length, direction is mt minus 2, and surface energy is also work by energy area, dimension is also same. So there may be one question arise, which of the following physical quantity have same dimension? I will do in the questions. One questions I will do from the topics. Okay. Next, they may ask velocity gradient. There is velocity by distance. So it will be L t minus 1 by L. L will be cancelled. It will be t minus 1, and it is the dimension of what? Frequency. Or they may ask what? They may ask number 12, Planck's constant. Planck's constant, that is H equal to energy by frequency. Energy is ml square t minus 2. Frequency is t minus 1. So dimension will be ml square t minus 1. So I did here 12 dimensions. Okay, there are so many dimensions. Physical part is there. I just read 12 dimensions. Okay, number is gravitational constant. You have to remember this formula: angular momentum, power, density, surface tension, surface energy, or velocity gradient, and Planck's constant. Anything is gradient. Anything's gradient means this term by distance. If they ask pressure gradient, I may write pressure by distance. Temperature gradient, temperature by distance. Anything gradient means this one by distance. Okay. Fine. Now we will do some related MCQ questions. This or came in previous questions. Okay. So another important formula you have to remember in dimensions. Formula. Okay. In dimensions, if there is A equal to B, if A equal to B, then we can say dimensionally A equal to B. That is, if there is any physical term A and B, then the dimension and unit will be same. Dimensionally they can equal, and unit wise they are equal. Unit wise they are equal. Okay, that is the unit of A and unit of B will be equal. If A plus B in an expression, then it implies dimensionally we can say dimension of A equal to dimension of B. If two physical quantity does not have same unit and does not have same dimensions, you can add this term. Okay, for example, your height and your age cannot be added, because since these are the two integers, you can, in spite of this, you can add this one, because one represents the time and another represents its height, length. Okay, so length if you can add your age with your parents' age, with your sister's age, or your classmates' age, or height also similar. Okay, if anything that is A minus B, then dimensionally and unit wise we can say dimension of A equal to dimension of B. If the dimensional equal, then only you can subtract these two terms, physical terms. If the dimensional unit wise equal, then only you can subtract these two terms. If it is dimensionally equal, then it may be, it or must be equal in unit wise. Okay, so these are the formulas you have to remember in dimensions. Now we will do some previous year questions from NEET and IIT JEE. Okay, Those came in the previous sections from these topics. So let's start. Now our first question is like that: which of the following pairs does not have same dimensions? And this question is came in NEET 2010. In the previous section they known as PMT, okay, AIPMT. Now it is known as NEET, okay, medical entrance exam. So 4 options is given, 4 pairs is given. Which pair does not have the same dimension? Or they may ask in the question which of the following have the same dimension, like surface tension and surface energy. Okay, surface tension, surface energy I explained in the lecture. That's why I am take one pair which does not have the same dimensions. Okay, so we have to check. First take NML, that is impulse. So impulse is what? Force into time. So force ml, t minus 2 time is t. So ml t minus 1. And momentum, momentum is mass into velocity, that is m, and velocity is lt minus 1. Both are same dimensions, isn't it? Momentum and impulse are both are same dimensions. Now check option B. So moment of inertia, that is mass into distance square, that is I equal to mr square. This is the formula of moment of inertia. Okay, mass into distance square. So mass is m, distance is l square. And moment of force, so moment of force is equal to force into time. So ml t minus 2 into t. So ml t minus 1. Look at here, the dimension of moment of inertia is ml square, the dimension of moment of force is ml t minus 2. So option B does matching as a pair of dimensions. Okay, so which option will be correct here? Option B is the correct answer. Option B is the correct answer because it does not matching. This one is matching with this one and this one is does not matching with this one. So this one will be the correct answer. If you look at the other two, work and torque is same dimensions, and angular momentum and Planck's constant have the same dimensions. Okay, so option B is the correct answer. Got my pen? Okay, move on the next question, sir. We move on the next question. So students, our next question, that is question number 2 of the first class for the session 2023-24. What are the dimensions of F by B in the relation F equal to A root over x plus bt square? Here F is force and x is distance and t is time. What are the dimensions? Okay, we have to find out. There is what is given, this equation is given, and from that equation we have to find out the dimension of A by B. For that, first we have to find out the dimension of A and B is what. I write first equation, that is A root over x b t square. This equation is given, and from that we have to find out first dimension of A is what, dimension of B is what. After that we can easily find out A by B is what. Okay, now here given F is force, x is distance and t is time as it usual. Okay, now we can say dimensionally, sir, we can say dimensionally F equal to A root over x, is not it? So A equal to F by root x. F is ml t minus 2, x is root over l. If I cut this one, it will be m l half t minus 2. Now again dimensionally this can be equal this. Okay, so F equal to, sir, bt square. So B equal to F by t square. F is ml t minus 2, that is t square. So ml t minus 4. Now we have to find out the dimension of A by B. They may ask A into B, they may ask B by A. Okay, whatever it may be. If you can able to find the dimensions A and B, you can find any of the terms in terms of A B. Okay, so dimension is A is what, sir? Dimension A is m l half t minus 2, and dimension of B is what, sir? m l t minus 4. will be cancel out, so l half t minus 2, here is l t minus 4. If I cut this one, it will be l to the power half minus 1, it will be t minus 2 plus 4. I am just applying simple things. A to the power m, a to the power n, it will be a to the power m minus n. Okay, simple formulas of algebra. So it will become l to the power minus half, sir, it will be l to the power plus 2. So which option is correct? That is option B is correct, because out of the 4 options, option B is matching with this the desired output. So option B is the correct answer. Option B is the correct answer, and you got plus 4 marks in NEET. And this question, interestingly, this question is came NEET 2018. NEET 2018, this question is came. Okay, NEET 2018, this question is came. Okay, so got my point. So let me explain again in shortly. You have given one equation, and in equation contains 2 constants, that is A and B, and F is force, X is length, and T is time. So from that you have to find out the dimension A and by B. So the question is, first for this find out A by B, you have to first find out the dimension of A is what. Okay, A is what and B is what. So for that I take this equation, I write the formulas here. If anything is equal, the dimensionally they are always equal. Okay, anything is plus, the dimensionally is equal, and if there is any subtraction in physical term, then they are dimensionally equal, and unit wise also. So dimensionally we can say force is equal to this part will be force, and this part will be force. So that's how we can add up this one. Okay, so F equal to add root over x, and A equal to F by root over x. You know the formulas of F is what? ML T minus 2, that is dimensions, and X is length. After simplification it is came ML half T by 2. Now dimensionally this part and this part also equal. From that I find out dimension of B is what. After that I find out A by B is what. After simplification what comes? L minus half T2, and this is the desired output, and it's matching with the option B. So option B is the correct answer, and you got the plus 4 marks. Okay, in your exam. So move on the next question. Okay, so our next question, every question I am doing here is totally different from one another. The next question is, if the force F is given by the expression F equal to A cos bx plus c sin dt. Now where x is distance, displacement, and t is time, the dimensions of d by b is same as those of what? 4 option is given. Which option is matching? We have to find out. Now the expression is given. From that we have to find out the dimensions A by B. It's what? Something like the previous one, but not exactly equal. Okay, why not exactly equal? Let me explain. And this question is came AIMS 2013. Before AIMS marching with NEET, AIMS will be different as All India Institute of Medical Science entrance exams. There is AIMS exam will be had separately along with PMT. Okay, so F equal to A cos bx and c sin dt. From that we have to find out the dimensions of B and D. Sir, in the previous session they are given here and here. We are dimensionally equal this part and this part. It's so simple. But here given cos x, cos theta, sin theta. How can I find this one? You have to remember angle, there is theta is equal to s by r, arc by radius, okay, and arc is length, radius is length. There is always dimensionless, always one. And sin theta, you know, sin theta is what? Perpendicular by hypotenuse, that is length by length. It is always equal to 1, dimensionless. Similarly others, cos theta, tan theta, sec theta, cosec theta, and cot theta also 1, that is dimensionless. 1 means dimensionless physical quantity. So from that, look at here, this equation is given. This one is theta, is not it? This one is theta and this one is also theta. So we know that dimensionally what? Dimensionally bx is equal to, sir, 1. Theta is 1, so dimensionally bx is equal to 1. Okay, so b will be 1 by x, this 1 by l. X is what, sir? Displacement. Displacement is represented length, so it will be L minus 1. And dimension we can say dt is what, sir? 1. So d will be 1 by t. So 1 by t, that is t minus 1. So what dimension we have to find out? The dimension of d by b. So d by b, d is what, sir? T minus 1, and b is what, sir? L minus 1. if I like, it will be lt minus 1, and this is the dimension of velocity. So which option is matching here? Option A is matching here. Okay, they may ask directly velocity, then may not be given this part lt minus 1. okay, here given lt minus 1 velocity, they may ask simply velocity, angular momentum and velocity gradient. Which option is correct? We have to find out. Okay, so what we learn extra from this numericals, from this previous session questions, we learn angle is always dimensionless, that is 1. Sin theta, all trigonometric ratios are always dimensionless, that is 1. Okay, so from that this one will be 1 and this one will be 1. Now the question is, and from that we find easily d by b is what? There is velocity. Now the question is, sir, if they ask to find out the dimension of a by c, the dimension of a by c, or dimension of a, or dimension of c, or a by c, how can I find this? Look at here, this one is force and this one is also force, so F will be directly equal to A. So dimension of A and F is same, or dimension of B and C, A and F and C is same. So dimensionally this one is 1, this one is 1, so F force will be equal to A and force also equal to C. So dimension of A and C are equal to dimensions of force, that is MLT minus 2. If they ask to find out A by C, it will be MLT minus 2 by MLT minus 2, it will be 1, that is dimensionless. Okay, understood? So move on the next. So students, our next question is, that is question number 4. It is another topic and another part from the same dimensions, but it is in different. If the force, that is F, velocity B and time t are chosen as fundamental quantities, the dimensional formula of surface tension, it is surface tension, or the dimensional quantity of mass, the dimensional quantity of mass will be, it is mass will be. Okay, so we know that, sir, force is a derived quantity, time is fundamental, velocity is also derived quantity. Yes, there are 7 fundamental quantities are we already learned from the beginning of the class. There is mass, length, time, current, temperature, amount of substance, luminous intensity. But they mention force is fundamental. If anything physical quantity is mentioned in the question as a fundamental, you can split this fundamental quantity. Okay, in spite of this, it is a derived quantity. Got my point? If they mention F is fundamental, that is fundamental, it is, you have to represent it as force is F, not MLT minus 2. If velocity is fundamental, that is B, it is B. You can split it, can be split LT minus 1. Got my point? Okay. So considering F, B, T is are fundamental, from that we have to find out the dimensions of mass is what. So we know that, sir, force is equal to mass into acceleration. So acceleration, look at here, acceleration can be split into velocity by time, is not it? Velocity by time. So this one is force. Okay, got my point? Now force is represented by F, mass we have to find out dimensions, and this one is B and this one is T. Velocity is fundamental, so velocity can be split. It should be represented as B and force is F. Time is already fundamental, so it is denoted by T. So mass will be, sir, F into T by B. So F into T B minus 1. So it is F B minus 1 into T. So considering the dimensions of mass, look at here, which option is matching? Option F B minus 1 T, F B minus 1 T. There is option C is correct option. So option C is the correct answer. Okay, our desired output is matching with the option C. So option C is the correct answer here. Okay, got my point? So this type of questions came so many times in NEET and JEE. Okay, and other entrance exam also, state entrance exams. So let me explain again. Here given force, velocity and time are fundamental. In spite of this force and velocity are derived quantity, they asked you to consider force as fundamental and velocity as fundamental. From that you have to find out the velocity of dimension of mass. Dimension of mass is what? M. It is a fundamental physical quantity, but you have to find out the dimension of mass is what in terms of F, B and T, that is F, B, T are fundamental. Okay, so from that, for this I write the formula first. A force is equal to mass into acceleration, and acceleration we can split, that is velocity by time, and from that I write the force is F, velocity is B, and time is T. From that we find the dimension of mass is F B minus 1 into T. So which option is correct here? Option C is correct here. Okay, so move on the next question, sir. So students, our next question, that is question number 5. The dimension of length expressed as g to the power x, c to the power y, and h to the power z, where g, c and h are universal gravitational constant and speed of light, Planck's constant respectively. Then we have to find out which option is matching here. Okay, the dimension of length is expressed. This topic is from dimensional analysis. These topics came from dimensional consistency, or analysis. Okay, and this question is came in IIT JEE. Okay, IIT JEE. This type of questions came in NEET so many times. Okay, I take this part from IIT JEE. The last 4 questions was from medical section. This one is from engineering section. Okay, got my pen? Acha. So let's length is what, sir? G to the power x, c to the power y, and h to the power z. Now here you have to put the dimensions of gravitational constant is what? So dimension of gravitational constant is m minus 1 L cube t minus 2. If you forget the dimensions of gravitational constant is what, you have to find out the dimension of gravitational constant is how much? That is g equal to f into r square by m1 into m2. From that, okay. Then c is speed of light, that is velocity of light, y, and h is Planck's constant. So Planck's constant dimension is h is what? Energy by frequency. Energy is m L square t minus 2. I find out here. M L square t minus 2, and frequency is t minus 1. So m L square t minus 1 is the dimension of Planck's constant. M L square t minus 1 whole to the power z. Now here we can write m to the power minus x, L to the power 3x, t to the power minus 2x, L to the power y, t to the power minus y, m to the power z, L to the power 2z, and t to the power minus z. So m to the power minus x plus z, L to the power 3x plus y plus 2z, and t to the power minus 2x minus y and minus z. So from that we can write, compare it, we can write here m to the power 0 L t to the power 0, that is m x plus z, L to the power what, sir? 3x plus y plus 2z, and here also we can write minus 2x minus y minus z. Okay, here m is 0, L is 1, and t is 0. Got my pen? Now compare this equations, comparing both sides. If you compare both sides, what you will get? You will get minus x plus z is equal to 0, that is equation 1, and 3x plus y plus 2z is equal to 1, equation 2, and minus 2x minus y minus z is equal to 0, it is equation 3. Now from that we have to find out the value of if I look at here, if I multiply it by 2 here, if I do, that is 2 into 1 and 3 into 2. So it will came 3x plus y plus 2z is equal to 1, and here it will be 4x minus 2y minus 2z is equal to 0. So this part will be cancelled, and here it will be minus x minus y plus 1. This one is 4. Now equation 4 and equation 1 add up. If I add up, that is equation 4 and equation 1, what we will get? We will get not add up. If I subtract this one, okay, 1 minus 4, if I do this 1 minus 4, so we will get x plus z minus plus x plus y equal to 0 minus 1. So which option is correct here? This one will be cancelled. No. So here now This one is x minus 1 equal to 1. If I did 1 and 3, if I simply 1 and 3 add up, it will become now here 1 plus 3 we have to add, so minus 3x minus y, this will be 0, so it will be 0. So it is equation 5. Now we have to solve it. That is, if I did 4 minus 5, it will be x minus y plus 3x plus y equal to 1 minus 0. Then y will be cancelled, so 2x is equal to 1, so x is equal to 1 by 2. So what if x is equal to 1 by 2, then z will be 1 by 2, x equal to z. If x and 1 by 2, z is 1 by 2. If we put this equation, then y will came out. Y will be what, sir? Y will be came out. So the y will be minus 1 minus 1 by 2, that is minus 3 by 2. So minus 3 by 2. So which option is correct? There are two options is correct. Is there, sir? Option B and C are. Option B, x equal to 1 by 2, z is equal to 1 by 2 is correct. And option C, y equal to minus 3 by 2 and z is equal to 1 by 2 is also correct. So in terms of, in some questions in IIT JEE, they may ask more than one option may be correct. Okay, more than one option may be correct in IIT JEE. So here the desired output is x is equal to half, z is equal to half and y equal to minus 3 by 2. And if I look at the options, the option B is also matching, option C is also matching. So more than one option is correct. In IIT JEE, they may ask some questions. Okay. So I explained there is 95% of the content, formulas, questions from IIT JEE to NEET I cover up in this lecture. That is near about 30 to 35 minutes. Okay. So this is the first lecture of me of DATTA'S Institute classes for online. That is NEET JEE 2000 session 2023 and 24. Those are in class 11. This lecture will helpful for you tremendously. Okay. If you like it, you subscribe it and share it with your friends. So thank you for watching. Have a nice day.